So today, for the first time, I am going to discuss about uh, about a topic from international relation and politics. So the topic is liberal theory of international relation. So I think all of you are aware of the fact that what is the purpose of theories. Theories actually provide a conceptual framework that would help to analyze various concepts of that subject. So, liberal theory of international relation is started at 16th century, that means from Reformation movement, and it is still continuing up to present day. So, all of you remember that it has started very earlier, and it is actually this particular theory. All of you are aware of the fact that what is liberalism, and the liberal theory. So far as in case of international relation is concerned, here also it puts stress on same things. Main influences is intellectual minds, trends, and historical forces. These things actually develop the concept of liberalism, and liberal theory of international relation gave birth to scientific and secular view of life. They have adopted scientific and secular view of life. Before that, the whole world was actually moved by the religious forces and feudal system is there. But for the first time, that liberal thinkers put stress on individualism, they put stress on reason, courage, confidence, self-respect, individual liberty and aspirations. So they for the first time came out from that privileges concept of religious control and control of church as well as that of the feudal system. So liberal theory in international relation, we can divide it into three parts, but today I am going to discuss only two parts. First one is liberal theory in international relation. It has encouraged human activities for the development of the society. So, what are the principles of liberal theory? They encourage human activities for the development of the society. That means they are in favor of individualism. They have full faith on individual. Then, equal importance of state and non-state actors. All of you are aware of the fact that state is playing a very important role in the life of the citizens of their own country. But along with the state, the liberalists believe that non-state actors also playing a very important role in regard to international relation. Number of non-state actors are there, national non-state, international non-state actors. Then peaceful democratic state for peaceful international order. They believe that for the establishment of peace in international order, the first criteria is that we must have to develop democratic system throughout the world. If democratic system is prevailing in most of the countries, then automatically people will adopt cooperative approach towards the solution of various international problems, and in that case it will be easier to establish peaceful international order. Then they also believe free economy within the state and international level. That means there should not be any barrier. Economy should be free within the state and international level. There should not be excess limitation in the field of economy. That means they are in favor of capitalist system, liberal economy, open economy, etc. And they also believe in interdependent national and international order. They believe that no nation can survive single-handedly, so interdependent of national and international order is very much needed, because without the cooperation of all the states, it is not easy to maintain proper international order. So these are some of the basic feature or basic basic faith of liberalism. So liberalism started in 1920, that means after the end of the First World War, and first phase continued from 1920 to 1930s. And in that period, the most important liberal thinker was Woodrow Wilson. He was the president of America. And after the First World War, that liberal thinkers started thinking that nation state are the main actors in international relations. That means the concept of nation states developed after the First World War. That means same nationality will develop their own nation. So international relation, in international relation, we can maintain that relation, and who will play the most important role? Not the individual, not the non-state actor, but the nation states. Then cooperation among them are necessary for peaceful world. If we need to establish a peaceful world, if we are interested to avoid another world war, then what we need cooperation among the nations. And if the nations are following same procedures, same principles, same ideology, then it will be easier to establish cooperation among the nations. The nation state that valued individual liberty and freedom in their domestic sphere can best ensure international peace. That means those states which give the liberty to their own citizens and who give freedom to their own citizens in political sphere as well as in economic sphere, they only can best ensure international peace, because they know about give and take. They know how to respect the individual, how to respect the reasons, how to respect the confidence, etc. And relation among nations would help avoid war and establish peace. If good relation established among the nations, then automatically there is little chance of breakout of another war. So that was their thinking. They put stress on nation states. That means the states are very much important, but states should follow democratic principle. They should follow free economic policy. They should put stress on individual freedom, individual liberty, etc. And they should establish cooperation among themselves. And if they are following same political and economic policy, then it will be easier for them to cooperate with one another. And if cooperation is there among the nation, then it will be helpful for them to establish international peace. But in spite of that, in what happened in 1939, again Second World War broke out. And after that, new liberal thinkers, they started thinking about international relations from their point of view. They thought that from the First World War, they came to realize that nation states are not the only actors in international relation. In the first phase, they put stress only on nation state, that means sovereign state. But in these days, they said that no, individual, group, social organizations are also very important. Individual leader, various group, various organizations are also playing a very important role so far as giving shape to any kind of international event. Then technological advancement and economic interest bind the state in a complex web of interdependence. That means in the meantime, technological advancements took place in this world, and economic interests. All of the nations realized the fact that no one can survive or fulfill their economic interest individually. So it bound the people, and they realized the fact that they are interdependent. That means they must have to maintain friendship with one another for survival and development of their own economy. Then it promotes a cooperation. It promotes a proper economic international order. That means what happened in that period, all the nations, whether big or small, they have realized the fact that we are dependent on one another, and in that case they have ultimately established some economic international order which will serve the interest of both the poor nation as well as rich nation. Then various international institutions other than nation states like UNO, then World Trade Organization, that NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, European Union, these are all organizations other than nation states. These are also playing a very important role for developing and strengthening the efforts of peace. So these are also very important along with nation state, along with individual, along with group. And democracy and competitive economy may ensure international peace. If democracy prevails throughout the world, so automatically they will learn how to behave with other people properly, how to give space to other people and other nations. And along with that, if competitive economy flourishes, that means all the countries are interested to develop their own economy, then interdependence among the nations will develop. And if interdependence is there for the success of their own economy and for the successful working of their own democratic system also, most of the state will not dare to break the international peace. On the other hand, they will try to establish international peace, because if international peace is there, then only their economy will flourish. Then democratic states seeks peaceful resolution of conflicts. If the states are not dictatorial in nature, if these states are democratic in nature, they always believe in peaceful resolution of conflicts. Conflicts may arise among the nations, but the democratic states are in a position to solve these conflicts in a friendly atmosphere by adopting cooperative methods and by peaceful means. And last but not least, commercial market economy keeps away security fear of nation state. That means nowadays for the survival of the nations, economy plays a very important role. And now commercial market economy, that means nowadays most of the states, but not nowadays, now it is the age of globalization. Before that also, most of the states, they opened their own economy and competition started among them. And if we are interested to maintain economic relation with other countries, so automatically we are sure that if we are purchasing, or if there is a good economic relation with one nation, then at least that nation will not attack us. So the fear of security also lessen in that case, because commercial interests become the main concern of the states. States are very much aware for fulfillment of their commercial interest, for the economic development of their own country, through the economic development to create their own place in the international arena. And in that case, they are not dare to attack one another. On the other hand, they will try to maintain good relations with other countries. So the liberal theory of international relation, in these two phases, they were more or less positive in their attitude, and their belief is always there in individualism, freedom, then respect for one another, then liberal economy, open economy, etc. Though in the initial stage they were only in favor of giving more stress on nation states, but in the latter period they, along with nation states, also put importance on other groups, individual, other social organization, and other non-state actors like UNO, WTO, NATO, European Union, etc., because they have realized the fact that state is not sufficient. Regional organizations are also playing a very important role for maintaining peace and tranquility in this world, and UNO is there. UNO is also playing a very important role, and WTO as well as European Union, they are also playing a very important role so far as the business world is concerned. So in a nutshell, this is the liberal theory of international relation, Second part is still there, neoliberal theory of international relation, and that one is related with this globalization period. I will discuss it later on.